Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Hakim bin Al-Nazri with metric number of 2110457. In this video, I'll be demonstrating an attack and defense between two virtual machine. So the attacker will be the Kali machine and the defender will be the vulnerable virtual machine, which is Metasploitable. So first we will check whether both of these virtual machine is connected or not. So if you can see in the left part, which is the Kali machine, we have the IP address configured at 10.0.2.15, and for the Metasploit it is configured at 10.0.2.16. So to check whether it is connected or not, we try to ping, and yes, we have the response from the Metasploitable. We clear. So now we know that it is connected. Next, we will try to scan for any service running in the Metasploitable and check if any of the services is susceptible for any exploit or attack. So to check the running service, we can use a tool called lmap, and then we use the -sv, which is the script for knowing the version of a service running at the Metasploitable. -o, which is to know the operating system running at the machine, and then next we provide the address of the machine, which is 10.0.2.16. So now we only need to wait for the script to completely running. So now the nmap scanning is complete, so you can see all of the services and also the version running on the each of the version of each of the service. So there are a number of services, so we only need to choose one and check whether this service is susceptible for any exploit or vulnerability. So I will choose the first one, which is the FTP server, the FTP service running on port 21 TCP21. So we can see that the version of the FTP is VSFTPD 2.3.4. So next I will check whether this service FTP or version of the FTP is vulnerable or not. So I already done the searching, and I can see that the VSFTPD service is susceptible for backdoor command execution. So below here we can see the module or exploit that we can use to exploit or to take advantage of the vulnerability of the service to gain a shell access into the Metasploitable. So I will use this exploit here. So this exploit is located in the Metasploit tools. So Metasploit is tools that we can use to use all of the exploits so that we can break the service, vulnerable service. So we clear the terminal. So we can run the MSF console, which is the command line interface for Metasploit. So just wait. Okay, now we can use the exploit we get from the documentation, which is this one. So it says that no payload configured defaulted to CMD Unix interact. So it means that we will use the command line to interact with the Metasploitable virtual machine when we gain a shell access. So we can use this command to look for all of the options that we can use, and also all of the settings that we need to do before we run the payload, the exploit. So it says here there is 3 options which is not required, and then there is a rhost. It says that yes, it is required. So we need to supply the target host, the IP address of the host that we are targeting. To do that, simple, just rhost and then the IP address of the the victim, which is a 10.0. Actually I forgot. 10.0.2.16. Yes. So now we already supply the IP address of the victims. So it says here 10.0.2.16. Now we can run the exploit using the exploit command. So it says here it is trying to backdoor server has been spawned. It is handling the connection. So it said that we found a shell, and then it is opening a session between the Kali machine at port 4437 into the victim IP address 10.0.2.16 at port 6200. So if we look in this terminal, there is not much is happening. But when we run any command, let's say pwd, so pwd is a command used to know the current directory. So you say that here it says slash, it means that we are currently at the root directory. So let's say we run this command wmi, it says that root means that we are having a root, we are currently in the root user inside the Metasploitable machine. So we can inside the machine we can do so many things because we have root permission. So some of the things that we can use, such as we can so let's say here we can run the network configuration command if config. So we can see that we are inside the machine. We can also write a script like a malicious script. So we can also write a script in the Metasploitable machine so that it can run a malicious code. And there are so many things that we can do because we are currently in the as a root user inside the Metasploitable machine. So yeah, so that's it for the attacks. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And next I will be demonstrating on how to defend against this attack. So I will be implementing a measure, a defense measure in the Metasploitable so that the Kali machine cannot perform the exploit or use the vulnerability to attack the machine again. So stay tuned. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this part of the video, I will be demonstrating on how to mitigate against this attack. So the first plan is to update the FTP server into the current patch. But upon searching regarding on how to update it, I found that the current version of the Metasploit operating system, it is in the state of end of life. It means that all of the packages, it means that this current Ubuntu version is not supported by the community. So if we look at the videos LSB release -a, so we find that the code name for the this Ubuntu version is Hartley, which is version 8.04, and I found that this version is not supported. It means so when we try to when we try to update the FTP server into the current package, it is we cannot do it because it is not supported. So the least thing that we can do is to close the FTP service, or we need to close the FTP port. So to do that, it is simple, which is we can use the ufw command. So sudo ufw. So first we need to activate the firewall. So right now the firewall started and enabled on system startup. Next we need to filter the FTP FTP connection. So it's sudo dfw deny FTP. So rule updated, it means that any network package that trying to connect to the FTP server will be blocked. Next, so to demonstrate whether this countermeasure is working or not, we will try to use the MSF console again. So we go to our MSF console. And then check whether the target is still the same or not. So yes, it is the same. So let's try to run the exploit again to see whether the countermeasure is working or not. So as you can see here, the exploit failed. The exploit is complete but no session was created. So it means that the exploit is blocked by the firewall rules that we specified in the Metasploit virtual machine. So the countermeasure, the mitigation is working. So that's it for this video. Thank you and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.